Engine on a 2007 Dodge Ram 2500. Brand new. Rockers, camshaft, push rods, the block, everything on both sides, of course. You guys can see the block is brand new too. When you have brand new engine, you don't start the engine right away. What you want to do is that you want to have your spark plugs, your coils removed, your valve covers. You want to turn your ignition key on. You see how they're dripping? That's exactly what you want to see in all of them. I don't know if you guys were able to hear the air, but you see all of them are dripping now. All of them are soaking now, even the top ones. But of course the oil goes down, but they're all full of oil. Let me try one more time and let me see if you guys can actually hear the air or the oil squirting out of it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys heard it this time. Make sure your compressor is not engaged, because I will put a load on your starter. As you guys can see, the starter spins freely. You see the mark right there that is right on top? It's gone now. For references, no plugs, no valve covers. You want to make sure that you see the oil coming out of here. If it doesn't come out of here, you have a defective pump, you're losing pressure, you don't have oil, or something else is wrong with your galleries, or something is wrong. Okay, now the crankshaft pulley, even though you guys, or some of you guys, will want to rough it off like an old school or whatever and just want to put that thing with a hammer, that's a really bad idea, because then you will crush your thrust bearings. What you guys don't want to buy a $65, $85, $100 or whatever, depending on what your supplier is on parts. This is an M. Let me see if I remember, and if I'm wrong, my apologies for that, but this is what I think that it is. It's an M14 by 1.5 pitch. Now the original bolt on this one has a washer that is about the thickness of these two together, so when you put them in there, it doesn't reach the threads. And this thing is about 4 inches long. I think four and a quarter or 4.5. I don't know what translates that to millimeters. I think it's 100 on 110 millimeters long. When you install it, first you're gonna use one washer, and as you go deeper inside, you want to put 2 washers. You always want to keep this surface lubricated. You see those spots right here? Put some Teflon grease on it, so as you slide it in there, it's easy for the bolt. And make sure you lubricate the crankshaft around and the pulley, so they slide in there properly. Don't put anything like super thick for like grease for bolt joint, one of those like really thick grease. Just put something thin that it will make it slide in there perfectly. And when you just make sure this thing, of course, if you're gonna use a bolt, make sure it doesn't get like that thread, and try to do it from there. It has to have at least a good 1/4 inch to 3/8, you know, some of the two in there. Make sure it's in there. Start driving it. Do it slow. Do it slow. Do it slow. And as you go, put the other washer. Clean everything. Make sure you don't have any dirt in there, and then do it again. Put the vice screw back in there and tighten it until it's the pulley is all the way in there. And it will be like super soft. It will be very easy. It will be very easy on the engine. Double check your oil always. Don't have your injectors plugged. You see my injectors are not connected. none of my injectors are connected. I mean, you can see the plugs, all of them. I'm holding one right here, and that's all three. And it's the same thing on the other side. None of my injectors are connected. They're not connected because it will trigger the fuel to be sprayed inside. And what it will happen is that you're gonna put fuel in there, and as you put fuel in there, it's not gonna be burned. It's gonna get flooded in there. You're gonna start seeing probably some fuel squirting out of here. You're gonna have fuel on the floor or anything like that. It's another hazard. You don't want that. Make sure that they're not connected. And also, if you have your spark plugs on, or just, I mean, even without the spark plugs, he pulls more strain on the starter. Now when you're doing this, you want to do it probably like 2 times in a row, and then let it rest for at least 1 or 2 minutes. Let that starter cool off, and then do another 2 times, and then let it cool off. Now this truck has an automatic start where you use like turn it, you just turns it by itself, and then it will cut it off once she thinks she had enough of trying to crank the engine. And then you can go again and then try it again, and just we'll try again, and then just let it, and then come and shake your oil, see everything, make sure none of these wires is getting caught in there or anything, and then let it rest. Give it a minute or two. Don't rush it because it's the final step of all your hard work. Let it rest and then crank it again. Let it do it again. Do it like 3 times. When you see the oil squirting, maybe after the oil squirts, you want to do it another 3 times just to double make sure that everything has real pressure. Thank you very much, guys. If you guys have a question, just ask me. God bless you guys.